Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I just want to be really clear straight away. This is not a haul. We are in the middle of a global pandemic. I'm trying to limit my shopping, as we all should be. We should only really be shopping for essentials and not doing too much ordering online. So that's not what this video is, because I haven't been buying a lot, to be honest. What this is just sharing a few of the things that I have purchased over the last few weeks, which for me is making lockdown just that little bit easier. They range from, yes, I have bought a couple of pieces of clothes, but they range from clothes all the way through to rocks. Yes, people, I have bought rocks. And yeah, cleaning things and, a couple of beauty items. And I just thought it would be a little bit of a fun video to show you some of the things that I've been buying in lockdown, which, as I said, are brightening my day. And I think at the moment it's the small things that are getting us through, and those are the things that you've got to focus on. So yeah, I just thought I would say that straight away. I don't think now is the time for hauls or encouraging massive buying, so that's not what I'm doing. But as I said, I have bought a couple of pieces of clothes, and I will start with those because you probably are interested to see what I've been purchasing. And yeah, that's what today's video is going to be, so I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, let's get going. What is this? Okay, so as I said, I have placed a very small order of clothes, and it was from one place, and that was New Look. So I haven't bought any clothes for a while. I did a collaboration a while back, a few weeks back, with Georgia Astor, and that involved quite a lot of loungewear, and that's pretty much all I've been living in, to be honest. So I haven't really felt the need to invest in loads of new clothes, and also, we're not going anywhere, so I didn't really see the point. However, I do like New Look for their basics, and the reason I placed an order was because last year they had these tops that were like a sheared elastic top. Hang on, it's much easier to just show you, isn't it? Yeah, so last year they had these little elasticy sheared summer tops, and I had it in pink and also in white. And when it came to pack my summer stuff away, the white one had gone a little bit trashed. I think I'd got like fake tan on it and all sorts, and it just wasn't looking that great. So that actually went in the recycling. But the pink one went back into my summer bag, and actually when I unpacked all of my summer clothes in my last video, it's one of the things that is now in my wardrobe. And I just really loved the shape of it. It's a really easy to wear shape. It's square across the neck with wide straps. And New Look have re-released this top, and they've got it in black, white, and I can't remember what the other colour is. I'd have to look. But I decided to pick up the black and the white because last year I wore them to death, especially the white one, but I'd really wanted a black one. And I'm so pleased that they brought it out, and I have to say it was on offer, and that's why I bought both. So, but I know I'm going to get so much wear out of these, and actually I've been wearing them sat in the garden to sunbathe, so I have actually been wearing them in lockdown. So yeah, so I got the little white version, so it's a little square neck with a little sort of frilly strap, and actually when it arrives it's going to look super tiny and you're going to be really scared, but they have got a lot of stretch in them. So I bought them in a 10, which is my usual size, and here is the black version. The black version is beautiful. I'm so glad I've got it. It's such a cute little summer top. I think it'll look really nice with denim cut-offs, but also just trousers, jeans. It's just, yeah, a really nice little top. So I'm really happy with those two things, and as I said, from experience from last year, I know that they will get worn, so I don't feel sort of wasteful buying them at the moment. And then I did pick up a couple of other things from New Look. I haven't even unpacked these actually, or tried them on, so I do need to try them on, which I'll do here on camera and show you. So the first is just a little black vest. It's kind of like a racer style. These are quite in fashion at the moment, these very like high cut racer style tops. Again, it's just a basic. It's for wearing around the house, like at the moment in lockdown. It's to go with joggers, it's to go with shorts, it's to go with casual trousers. Just easy to wear, and again, they did have an offer on, I think, on summer tops and things, so it was really cheap, and much cheaper than the Topshop one that I'd had my eye on, but held off purchasing. So that was one of the other things. That was full price. It's only $4.99 anyway. And then the other thing, I haven't even unpacked this. I'm so excited to try this on. Let's unpack this. So this was my only kind of like non-basic item, but actually when you see this on, you'll realise that it's a very Debs casual wear item. So I do think it's not a ridiculous purchase at the moment. And that is this leopardy summery jumpsuit, and it's kind of a crepey fabric. It's got a wide leg, and I plan to wear this with a little t-shirt underneath and some trainers, and even a little denim jacket or something. It would be really cute for walking the dog. You could put a hoodie over it. It's just quite chilled out, and I think, as I said, this is something that I would wear at the moment for pottering around the house, pottering around the garden, sitting and having a little G&T in the garden. So yeah, this had a little bit of money off it, but full price it's $22.99. And they are my only clothes purchases. They're the only things that I've bought recently. And as I said, it was only a very, very small order, and I have been very, very much limiting what I've been buying. This t-shirt, however, is new, but this actually was gifted. This was sent to me. This is a charity t-shirt, helps raise money for the NHS. So I will put the link in the description box if you are interested. It's really pretty. I'm actually wearing a 12 to 14, so that it's quite loose and oversized, so just in case you're wondering, and I've rolled the sleeves up as well. So a couple of other things that I ordered online were a couple of home items. So obviously we're spending way more time at home, and it's a really good time to maybe make some updates and make some changes, but again, I'm really trying to limit what I'm purchasing. There's a lot of websites that aren't operating, they're restricting deliveries because they're trying to protect their warehouse staff, and you'll be noticing online a lot of things are sold out a lot quicker, there's less stock, and that is because of everything that's going on. So I think there's nothing wrong with placing online orders. I think if you keep it to a minimum, you know, you don't want your delivery driver to be out every single day, but there's nothing wrong with making purchases that allow you to maybe get on with things in the house. And one of the things I wanted to do was do a little bit of a bedroom makeover, partly because on my Instagram especially, everybody asks about these bed sheets all the time, and they are sold out. They were from Next, they were gifted to me about a year ago, I think, and they pretty much sold out straight away. And I love them, and every time I feature my cup of tea in the morning on them, I get messages saying, oh, where are your bed sheets from? You can't buy them. And I really wanted to do a makeover to the bedroom with some new sheets, something a little bit summery, maybe switch up some of my pictures, that kind of thing. So I thought, oh, I'll get some new bed sheets. And actually Matalan offered me to gift me some, and I picked a bedding set. I'm going to show you. And by the time it arrived, because of delays with, as I said, with ordering and deliveries and those kind of things, this is now sold out as well. Now you can actually register for this to, when it does come back in stock, for you to be notified. But it is so, so pretty and so cheap. This is a king size for £22. It's so good. It's kind of a palm tree design, and it's reversible. So it's got pineapples and pink stripes on one side, and it's white with palm trees and a little pink candy stripe on the other. And I just thought, I've already got pink curtains, I've got a pink chair in the corner, and I thought it would sort of go with everything that I've got, but be a little bit more summery. So what I purchased to go along with that and to do a little bedroom makeover was some new bed sheets, because these pink ones that are on currently are looking a little bit worn and threadbare. And so I decided to get some new sheets in a slightly different colour, and I've actually gone with green, and that's to tie in with, there's a little bit of green on the palm tree here, and I really liked the idea of tying in with that green rather than like too much pink. So these are from La Redoute. La Redoute are still operating, they are still delivering, the delivery times are extended, but they seem to have worked out all of their safe practices for ordering and delivery and everything, so I was happy to order from there. So I ordered a fitted sheet in sage, that's the colour that they call it, it's just a cotton fitted sheet. It's nothing necessarily special, however, with La Redoute bedding, because it's French sizes, I find them a little bit bigger than normal, which is great because my mattress is quite deep, and that means that this will actually fit the deep mattress and you're not paying extra for like a deep fitted sheet. But the thing that's really nice is with the pillowcases, so I'll open one, they're from the same range, and they've got little ties on the side, so you tie these into little bows. And I think that'll just, it's a little detail which I think will look really, really pretty. Yeah, they're just cotton, and they come in, I think, 3 different colours. And yeah, I'm really happy with them. That's just going to be part of a little bedroom makeover. Everything else involved in the makeover is going to be stuff I already own. So I'm going to upcycle some of my frames. I'm going to upcycle my bedside table. I'm going to give it a new lease of life with a new colour. I'm going to paint it and I'm going to do something jazzy on it, and I'm going to make a video for my IGTV for that. So yeah, as I said, I'm trying to limit my shopping, but there are odd bits that I needed to purchase in order to sort of have that little swap around. Okay, so they were my only online purchases really, except one other thing, which was a hair dye. You might notice my hair looks a little bit rose gold again. I have retoned it. In a previous video, I think a vlog or something, I showed you how I mix up my Bleach London colours to create this colour. And I actually decided to try a different colour. It is one that I have used before, so I kind of knew that it was going to be okay, and I buy it from Amazon. And it is the Clairol Colour Crave Semi-Permanent Colour in Rose Gold. And I just find that this goes a really, really nice shade on my hair. It's one of the best rose gold colours that I've ever found. It's a semi-permanent colour, so it obviously isn't going to last forever, and I do leave it on for way longer than it says on here. It says 30 minutes for bold. I had it on, I think, about an hour, but I'm not suggesting you do that because obviously it's not necessarily great for your hair, but I do mix in the tiniest, weeniest bit of conditioner, partly because I have very thick hair and there's not necessarily a lot in this bottle or tube, and obviously my hair is even thicker because I can't go to the hairdressers. So normally when I go to the hairdressers I have a lot of weight taken out of my hair, and I've not been to the hairdressers since January, I think. So yeah, so I try and eke out the colour by just adding a little bit of conditioner. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with it. I bought 2 boxes off Amazon, so then I've got another one. Yeah, I think it's a really, really pretty colour. This is a little bit faded because I have washed it a couple of times, but definitely recommend this if you're looking for a really pretty rose gold colour that's that nice balance of not too pinky and not too orangey. I haven't tried any of the other Clairol Colour Crave colours, but I don't think you can get this in store anymore anyway. I think it might be a discontinued colour, but I found it on Amazon. So one of the other places I loved to shop before lockdown happened was a particular charity shop in my local town. It is the best shop ever. I've bought so much stuff from there. If you watch my spare room makeover, I got one of my bedside tables from there, and I've also got other bits and bobs, sort of smaller items from there. And they always have a really, really nice selection in their furniture. The lady who helps curate the shop, she's quite like into the trends. She knows sort of what's in fashion and stuff like that. My really cute black wicker chair from downstairs, which I don't know if that's ever been in a video, that came from there as well. So yeah, it is one of my favourite shops. Obviously, it's a charity shop. They've had to shut like everybody else. But in an effort to try and keep raising money for charity and keep going, they are selling through their Instagram page. So they're sharing on their stories and on their feed items that they've got. And then you can direct message them and organise to buy. And then they're doing local deliveries to the local area, and they're keeping all social distance, and it's all contactless deliveries and all of that. So it's really clever because they're obviously still managing to raise money for charity, and they're still managing to sort of, you know, keep going as a business. And I obviously want to support them. They're one of my favourite places to go in. I go in all the time and browse, and I'm always chatting to the staff. So they started sharing some stuff on their Instagram, and straight away I was like, right, I've got to have that. I don't know if you know or you remember from a previous video that I'm quite into rocks and crystals. When I was younger, I wanted to be an archaeologist. And I just find them really interesting and really beautiful, crystals especially. Recently, before the lockdown, on Facebook Marketplace, I bought these beautiful crystal bookends and jazzed them up with some glitter. They were an absolute bargain. Obviously, I'm not shopping on Facebook Marketplace at the moment because I'm, you know, trying to social distance and not go to random people's houses. But my favourite charity shop, Emmaus, shared a collection of rocks and crystals. They obviously belong to somebody and they've now, you know, been donated, or they've come from a house clearance or something. And so I was keen to give them a home. This is only a couple of them, but these are 2 of the prettiest. I'll show you where the rest of them are in the house. This is an absolutely gorgeous piece of amethyst, and in it is a little inset for a tea light, and it's just so pretty. It's actually got felt on the bottom. I've given them all a clean up with a little bit of soap and water, and then this piece of amethyst as well, and they're just, oh, so sparkly, so nice. And crystals and things are quite in fashion now, I think, to have like out on display on a shelf, but obviously they've got a lot of properties to them, they've got a lot of healing properties and things like that, so I think they're a nice thing to have around the home. So yeah, I bought the whole collection. They they had 3 lots for sale on their Instagram. I bought 2 of the lots combined together, and yeah, I'm really happy with my little rock collection. 2 of them are like a smaller version of the bookends, and I think I'm actually going to glitter them and put them into my spare room on the bookshelf to prop up my Harry Potter books. Other ones I've just dotted around the house. There's an amazing one which is a huge piece of rock with loads of amazing crystals on it, and I think it's a beautiful collection, and I'm really, really happy to have given it a home. But yes, when I said that I've been purchasing rocks in lockdown, I actually have been purchasing rocks. But yeah, they make me really happy. I don't know why. Because I don't know if you remember when I did my living room tour, I've got a box full of fossils that I collected over the years. So yeah, I've always been a little bit of a rock fiend. Is that what we're calling it? And the other thing I bought from my favourite charity shop, which was a little bit later on, they shared it on their stories, is this mirror. Doo-loo! I have to try and do this so I'm not just reflecting the camera back. Yeah, it's a little bamboo-y mirror on a stand, and I just thought it was perfect for the spare room. It's got the same curly sort of shape that some of the other stuff I've got has got on there. But yeah, it was £15, and again, it was delivered completely contactless. And yeah, I think it's a really, really nice addition to the spare room. Even though I have the little cane mirror that I made on the wall, I think this will be better for when people come to stay and they can do their makeup and things in it. It's really hard not to get some dodgy part of my bedroom reflected in it. You just put it up at the ceiling like that. But yeah, really happy with that little purchase, and now it sits on the windowsill in the spare room, and obviously it's nice and light and portable, can be moved around when people stay and they want to do their hair or their makeup. So really, really happy with that little find. Not going to do anything to it, not going to paint it, it's just perfect as it is. I gave the mirror a little bit of a clean up, and that was about it. So yeah, I'm really, honestly, I was over the moon when I saw this on their stories. It just, yeah, fits perfectly. One of the things I've been doing in lockdown to try and keep busy is lots of DIY and crafts, and I have shared some DIY videos on my Instagram TV and things, but I'm always looking for new things to do, and I'm always collecting materials or tools or things like that. And a while back when I placed, it was early on in lockdown, when I placed a hobbycraft order for some stuff to make my Easter DIYs, I purchased something else, and that was this little tool. So this is a wood burning tool, and I've never done this kind of thing before, but I have quite a few pieces of wood that either came from, that I found on the beach, or they were part of the tree that used to be in the garden in my old house, and when the tree surgeon chopped parts of it off, I kept some of the wood, and I thought how nice to sort of have a go at a new skill. So the idea is it comes with different nibs and tips and things, and you can create designs on wood by essentially burning into the wood. I haven't even unpacked it yet because I've been so busy doing other DIYs and things that I haven't got around to it yet. But it was only £10, and I thought, well, as a new little thing to try out, I do love to try out different crafts and things. So I think I'll definitely have to watch some YouTube tutorials on how you do it and sort of different designs that you can create. But I thought that would be really fun, and maybe if I do create something, I can show you guys here on my channel. I was thinking of maybe, I've got these little circles of wood that came off the old tree that are sort of like coasters, and I thought how nice it would be to burn a design into them and then varnish them. So I thought that would look really pretty. So yeah, that was a bit of a random purchase, but again, keeps me busy, keeps me occupied, and gives me something to do. And I find when I'm doing DIY, it's really good because my mind is so busy on just concentrating on what I'm doing that it kind of makes you forget about everything that's going on, really, doesn't it? So when I've been out shopping, obviously to do my supermarket shops or my essential shopping at somewhere like Home Bargains, so it's Home Bargains this week for cleaning stuff mostly. I wanted things like bleach and stuff like that, and rather than do it with my supermarket shop, I actually went to a separate place, Home Bargains, and did it. So when I went to Home Bargains, I did pick up a couple of things, cleaning things, and I just thought I would show you them because they bring me a little bit of joy. And I wouldn't have thought that because I'm quite a messy person. But once I get cleaning, I do quite enjoy it, especially a bit of music on and whatnot. Anyway, I digress. The first thing is this, I think this is new, scent of Zaflora. I love Zaflora because a little goes a long way. If you don't know how it works, I'm sure you do, because Mrs. Hinch goes on about Zaflora quite a lot. It's a concentrated disinfectant, and you put a capful into water and create your own sort of spray disinfectant, and it means that you can reuse your spray bottles. And this is mandarin and lime, and I'm telling you what, people, this smells gorgeous, like absolutely gorgeous. I cleaned my kitchen with it the other day, and oh lovely. And it's, as I said, it's the little things that you sort of like, they bring you a little bit of joy, and I think a nice smelling kitchen is one of those things. I'm one of those weird people, I quite like the smell of bleach, so I did actually buy a spray with bleach in it, especially like for my bathroom. I do like the smell of bleach. Kind of reminds me of swimming pools, that chlorine-y smell. Anyway, a follower told me about this on Instagram. If you've cooked something really strong for dinner that night, like you've cooked sausages and the whole house smells like burn, or you've cooked curry or something like that, if you put a capful of this in your washing up bowl before you go to bed and pour in a boiled kettle, when you come down next morning, you won't smell any of it. And it's true, I've done it, it literally works. It's the best thing ever. So yeah, I was excited by this purchase. I'm not going to lie, people. Other bloggers do videos with their new handbag or some clothes. No, Deborah is excited by mandarin and lime Zaflora. The other thing I bought was the Febreze 3volution refills. Love these. I know Emma's got these in her house as well. I think these are great if you own a dog, for just general sort of improving the scent of your house. This is my favourite scent, Cotton Fresh. Smells like you've got your washing, just, you know, fresh bedding around the house. And I have 2 of these plug-ins around the house. One literally just by the front door, so when you come in it's like, smells nice. One was in the dining room. I don't think it's in the plug-in anymore, but these are really nice. They go through the 3 different scents on a timer, I think. But yeah, I'm a big fan of these. I'm not so big a fan on the amount of plastic and all of that, so I do try and recycle. These are little glass bottles. Try and recycle the little glass bottles and things. But these twin packs are the cheapest way to buy them as well. They work out much cheaper. At Home Bargains, they were, well, surprisingly, a bargain. But yeah, so I picked up them so I can have a nice smelling house, because do you know what? If you're stuck in the house every day for weeks on end, it's nice if it can smell nice, isn't it? So they were my sort of cleaning-y purchases, as I said, along with just those basic items like cloths, bleach, just general, spray things. The other thing that I did get at Home Bargains when I was there, and it's partly as a sort of activity to keep me busy, and that was a couple of gardening things. Yes, Deborah is going to attempt gardening. I know nothing about gardening, I'll be honest. I had to send pictures of my garden to my mum for her to try and tell me which things were weeds and which were actual plants. But lots of the bedding areas look a bit messy. So I think some stuff needs pulling out because I've done nothing with it since I moved in September. So I bought myself some little gloves and a trowel for digging up things. Yeah, I know, literally. So one of my activities for the bank holiday weekend is going to be just having a little tidy in the garden. It's a good way to keep busy. Sometimes I'll just potter with nothing, but sometimes I'll put my earphones in and I'll listen to a little bit of music. And it's nice, you're out in the fresh air. Keeps you busy, and yeah, so I had to buy these because I don't actually have anything, and a couple of the things in the garden are a little bit spiky, and then this will help get them up. But yeah, they were at Home Bargains along with obviously my general essential shopping, so I didn't feel sort of bad about chucking these in the basket along with everything else. And yeah, as I said, it's just something to do this weekend. I don't want to spend the whole weekend in the house because the weather is set to be beautiful. So yeah, Deborah's going to get her fingers green. Isn't that what they say? You get green fingers? Yeah. As I said, I'm not great at gardening, and actually I have a real talent for killing plants, which kind of moves me seamlessly onto the next item that I've been purchasing, which is plants. Most of the plants in my house are fake, and that is because I am a literally champion plant killer. But where I live on my estate, a lot of people have started selling plants at the end of their road, and it's lovely. I think it's so nice, and obviously it's a way for, you know, you to, I don't know, get rid of plants that are overgrown in your garden. They're obviously taking cuttings and potting them up and everything, and they're selling them at the end of their driveway. Now, I, when I turned 39, wrote a blog post about how I felt about turning 39, and I talked about writing this 40 before 40 list of the bucket list things that I wanted to achieve in my 39th year. Corona's kind of put the on that, I'm not going to lie, because most of the things that were on that list involved going places, travelling to places, doing activities. But one of the things on that list was actually to buy something from the end of somebody's driveway, because I've never done it. And whenever I would be in the car and you would see these people who would like sell jam at the end of their drive, or eggs, or plants, I would always be like, oh, I want to stop and buy something. Never done it. So one day on my dog walk, I saw that the house down the road was selling plants from the end of their driveway, and yeah, I came back home after the dog walk and got some money and went down and purchased some plants. I sent my mum a picture of said plants while I was on the dog walk so that she could advise me which things to buy, because I had no idea what any of them were. And then they had some there again the next day, and actually bought the same ones again so that I had double, and I'm going to plant them in some troughs that I've got in the garden. But yeah, I just thought a nice way to help out a neighbour, a nice way to tick something off my list, and also, yeah, it gives me something to do in the garden to create sort of a nice little planter full of some plants. So I bought 2 of these and 2 like black grass things, which I thought would be nice. I eventually went to do a garden makeover, which I talked about on my stories. It's something that I would film. If I do end up doing it, I'd like to paint the fence and do a sort of makeover on my patio furniture, but I'm holding off because my next room to tackle is the bathroom, so I'm going to do the bathroom first. But yeah, I thought that was really nice, and as I said, I'm quite pleased to have ticked something off that list, but the rest of the list is not getting ticked off anytime soon. And in fact, I feel like I should have rewritten the list with sort of Corona in mind. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is just a couple of sort of treat items that I've bought myself when I have gone to the supermarket. So I've been trying not to go to the supermarket too much. I shop at Aldi. The last time I went, it was an awful experience, and I talked about it on my Instagram. I won't go into it why on here, but it was not an enjoyable experience. But the other times that I've gone, it hasn't actually been too bad, so I'm hoping next time will be okay. But a couple of things that I picked up at Aldi which are bringing a tiny weeny bit of joy into my life, and so I thought I would share. The first is gin. Gin, gin, gin. I think we can all agree that we've all started drinking a little bit more since lockdown happened. I certainly have. And I never used to be hugely into gin, and I only got into gin sort of the latter part of last year. Flavoured gin, mostly pink. Aldi do some amazing flavoured gins. So this is Aldi's Seville Orange and Persian Lime gin, and I'm not going to lie, people, it is beautiful. It is so nice. I have it with tonic and some ice, and I only really have one, and it's just a lovely, refreshing drink. It's really nice to drink. It makes me really happy. As you can see, the bottle is half full, so clearly I have been enjoying it. But yeah, I've really enjoyed just having a little drink, usually at the weekend, especially when it's been sunny. It's just really nice. So this is one of the treat items that I have been chucking in my trolley when I've gone to do my essential food shop. And yeah, no regrets, people, no regrets. I will regret when this is all gone, because I haven't actually seen it since. So I'll have to try a different flavour next, I think. Okay, and the last thing is chocolate. Now, I'm dairy intolerant. I'm not really supposed to buy chocolate or eat chocolate, but a little bit every so often doesn't do me a huge amount of harm, because I'm only intolerant, I'm not allergic. And this chocolate has been talked about, especially on Instagram, so much, and especially on Hannah's Instagram. She adores this chocolate. I think it's quite hard to find this chocolate. It's a little bit like gold dust. It is the Choco Salted Pretzel Milk Chocolate. So I saw it when I was there doing my Aldi food shop, and I thought, right, and there was only one bar, I thought I'll try it. Inside, there's only a couple of bits gone from it. I think it's down to there. And I'm going to make a controversial statement here, people. It's okay. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy it when I eat it, and it's in this video because it is something that's bringing me joy at the moment. But I wouldn't say it's like the best chocolate in the entire world, and I'm probably going to get lynched if I ever say that on Instagram, because honestly, people go nuts for this stuff. But I am glad to have tried it. Again, it's one of those things, tick it off your list, try it, and I think a little bit of chocolate every now and then has been sort of cheering me up. It's probably also why I've got so many spots at the moment, that and eating sweets. But hey ho, you've got to do what you've got to do to get through this random time that we are all in. So yeah, that was the last thing, chocolate. And that's it. That is what I have been buying in lockdown. I hope you enjoyed just a little look at some of the things that I've been purchasing to either help support businesses or to just bring myself that little bit of joy and get myself through this lockdown. I hope you guys are all looking after yourself okay. I hope you're all coping okay with lockdown, and I would love to know some of the things that you've been buying to cheer yourself up in the comments. And yeah, give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you again next time. Bye.